of cats don't. We can talk like this all day, and motherfuckers gonna think we talking about some space age shit. But let's apply this to what we living in right now because it's the same shit.
Exactly. That's what we doing. That's what we doing right now. That's what we doing. Right. So in the story of Osiris, you know, he's running things and things are going good, and him and his wife Aset, you know, they civilizing the people,
rocking it. No
the
doubt.
civilization is flourishing.
That's
and then we have a story of his brother, which they call Set, where we get Setan, Shetan, Satan from.
Agi. Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Bad Agi. Yeah, bad Agi.
Now, we don't necessarily know if this is a story of jealousy and envy, which it probably is, but this is one of the first instances of the Black man going against himself.
True indeed.
And it's a murder involved.
Yeah, but you know, It had to be a murder involved. It has to be a murder involved. You know why? Because I was in a conversation with a young lady just minutes ago, and it was a general conversation. So she was telling me about, you know, and for those that's listening, I'm not trying to disrespect your belief system or whatever, but she was like, God is gonna do this, that, and the third. Now, I felt her when she said, we all got our time to go. No matter what you do in life, your time is time when you gotta go. Bang. Now, we agreed on that. But, you know, when she got to putting everything outside of herself, you know what I mean? It made me sit back and be like, so why is you giving credit to a mystery system that you don't know? You sitting on the corner just waiting for some shit to happen type shit. But to bring that back to what we saying is that's where you got the negative energy versus the positive energy. You got Set, which is, see, me being a Libra, I can see both of these sides of the scale. It's the pit of the pendulum.
Break it down for us.
It's the pit of the pendulum. You know what I'm saying? If you, as a scale, you either are the zero balance or you a degree left or right. Now, anything that's not put on the other degree is not going to balance the degree that shit is already on.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So you got to sit back and look at it like Set was just that one nigga. He was that's bruh and all that. But I'm kind of jealous, man. This cat got the broad. This cat, you know, he's civilizing the people. And, you know, I'm just the bruh. And they be like, yeah, you dope, but.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So he had to get his people like, man, that nigga think he this, that, and the third. See, that's nigga's mindset. See? You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers do something. Now it's that nigga thing. Nah, niggas don't think. Niggas is doing, moving. It's kinetic energy, comedic energy. That's moving energy. You can't stop it unless it's resistance.
Exactly.
And if the resistance is not, you know, formidable to the inertia and the forces it's gonna get run over. And that's why niggas, but you know, we've been taught to, by the negative force, to limit ourselves.
Right.
And motherfuckers just don't want to admit it to themselves. They want to admit it to themselves that, nigga, you still a fucking product of whenever you was born, nigga. The psychological experiments that took place then, you are still a product of it. If you haven't cleansed your mind, or if you haven't deprogrammed or reprogrammed for yourself. I'm just saying, God.
That's a fact. No, that's a fact, God. That's a fact. So my point is, you know, and we're gonna make a few other examples, but my point is tonight that has this been a pattern for the Black man, the Black on Black crime? And is this really something that's been taught to us by the white man, or is it something that's been amplified by the white man?
I ain't gonna lie, God. I like how you phrase that. I'm gonna say the latter. I'm gonna say amplified.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? To a demonic degree, because even with the story you just said, these are first things of deceit. And even in the white Bible, you got Cain and Abel. You got different variations of the original story, which is still shit. You got Caesar and Brutus.
Right.
To, you know what I mean? So it's
let's look at okay, let's go into some examples since we gave them the topic of is this the way of the black man. Let's look at King Tutankhamun. Was murdered. Another story of murder. Another story of murder by his uncle.
Right. See that right there, that is, nigga, they got words for these things. That's the nepotism. That's like the serious, see, that's them four devils, God. That's the four devils that be coming in. See, you could be on your square, but what square is you on?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. And these things always existed. These things always existed. See, even at the pinnacle, even at the height of the Kemetic dynasties, there were still falsehoods and malarkey and things going on.
Come on.
You know, that was changing the whole dynamics of everything.
True indeed. Hey, well, you know, you got to understand, ain't nothing, there's never been 100% satisfaction since we've been here. You know what I'm saying?
So has the aggression between the leadership of the black people been amplified by the white man, or was it created by the white man? Because a lot of brothers try to use that excuse and say, well, we only do this to each other because it's what the white man taught us. Well, back when Osiris was around, they didn't exist.
Right. This is facts. Hey, and to that, what I'm gonna say is this. Yo, bro. See, a motherfucker always act like, who control, you know what my favorite saying is, God. I've been saying this for over 3 decades, excuse me. Who controls your brain? You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. You know, niggas can always talk about this, that, the devil made me do it. Nah, nigga, you did it because you was thinking about it and you fell into the trap, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Because when you wake up, you the pilot out your eyelids, nigga. Stop it. You know what I mean? You want a motherfucker to cushion you and give you a soft blow for your fuck ups, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Now
that brings us to a great point.
Bust it.
It's a little bit, it's not off topic, but because we're gonna go back to where we was at. But this brings us to a good point. Was the concepts of God and the devil created as a scapegoat for man to not have to take responsibility for the things that take place around him?
I ain't gonna lie, God. I'm gonna have to say that's affirmative. You know what I'm saying? For the lesser minds that don't want to sit back in a tune. Hey, yo. Hold on. Let me call the animals. Let me be Dr. Doolittle right now. Hey, yo, we're on live. You need to listen to this shit.
Facts.
He good. But nah, man, I'm and that's some real shit. I've been actually contemplating that shit just in my own mind for the past couple of weeks. Like, why these niggas like this? You know what I'm saying? This shit could be so much more than it is if niggas would get off their ego game and all that weirdo shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And you know, I'm on my pilgrimage right now. And you don't know me for decades, son. Fact. I'm out here to say, hey, a nigga from Jersey talking about, I'm gonna have to take that gigoids from you. I was like, nah, baby. Nah. That's for you. That's for you anyway. Now you a part of the club. They gonna know your tribe now.
Right.
When you using Ozzy's and gigoids, nigga.
That's
you know what I'm saying?
That's your ID card. That's your ID card.
Hey, and I'm out here to CO right now. You know what I mean?
Right.
I ain't even in our local area. You know what I'm saying? I'm Uncle Traveling Allen Rick, you know what I'm saying, that walking lyric. I still got $50 on anybody think they can get niggas want bars.
Facts.
I'll put you in prison, God. What the fuck?
Facts.
These niggas,
put you in the prison. Put you right in that prison.
Hey man, how many ways you want to see the kaleidoscope? You know what I'm saying? You know, the kaleidoscope of dopeness type shit.
Word.
You know what I'm saying?
So like we saying, man, you know, like it kind of could be logical in a sense to where maybe somebody might have been thinking like, you know, I can't be this powerful to have created all this order and this much harmony. So there must be something higher than me. So that could be the existence of the God part.
Of course.
And then when the negativity start to take place, and those things happen, next thing you know, it's the devil's fault.
Let me see, but that's all right. Let's deal with it like this. Now, if you're dealing with your own reality, right? You can sit back and rationalize like, all right, I fucked up. But if you over, let's just say you in the house with your children, you can't tell your children the same shit you know is true. You got to be like, we're gonna have to get through this. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And I'm gonna have to give you the reason, but I don't want to give you the real reason. But you know, blame it on this because you know I'm omnipotent. I'm omnipotent in this universe. So you know, you seeing me as wrong is gonna confuse your whole mindset. Right. So we're gonna blame it on something that's outside of me. Actually, which I just created for you. You know what I'm saying? Just to get your mind, you know what I'm saying, feeling, you know, like you safe and protected. Because it's a cold universe out here.
Right.
You know.
That's got me thinking. Now that we're talking about the discrepancies in the perfect world, you know what I mean? In the golden age, you know, it really makes me think, you know, it's like, was that part of the white man's strategy? Was he able to find that weakness in us at that time to be able to infiltrate? Because a lot of people like to say, how can some people be on this high of a science and be infiltrated so swiftly? You know, and maybe they were able, like the same way they do now. The first thing our government does when they take over another country is they go in to find rebels.
Let's grab another one. Oh yeah. First of all, dissidents. Hey, okay, let me ask you this. Hey, what did Father Allah do? He went to the streets. He said, I know you want this, that, and the third, but do you want to know who you are? See, what they didn't tell you was it ain't no mystery. You know what I'm saying? That's what they didn't tell you. They told you all that you was this, that, and the third, but they didn't tell you what no mystery, and you was a part of the same atom that split and blang, blang. Now you just in three-dimensional form. I mean, they ain't give you the whole truth. They give you enough truth to control your narrative. Because they ain't know if you could take it or not.
Yeah, that's
you know
right.
What I mean?
Yeah, the secret is there is no secret.
Man, you can't feed a baby steak. You feed a baby steak, you know, that's a disaster waiting. You know what I mean? Because then you got some babies that's gonna eat the steak and choke themselves. You got other babies that's gonna be like, I can't eat the steak, and then they ain't gonna eat and they gonna starve themselves. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, you know, it's like a fine line. So that's why, you know what I'm saying, you got student enrollments, you got, you know, certain things you gotta go through before you can even deal with that type of entity. I'm talking that type of energy, if you will.
Right. And that's a good point.
Every Joe Schmo ain't the God.
That's a good point. So what do you say about the Christians who they come in, so to speak, student enrollment levels to where everything is physical, but they refuse to expand and evolve that wisdom and take it into the metaphysics of it, and they keep everything physical to where Jesus had to exist?
Well, you know, that's 10% science. See, because if they don't believe that, okay, now hold up. Once again,
what about the ones who, my point is, what about the ones who get used to the baby food? They don't want the steak now.
I mean, because guess what? Baby food is so easy to eat, and you ain't have to use your teeth. You don't know how strong they are, and you don't even know what the meat gonna do to you. You know what I'm saying? You used to puree shit. You used to that little boy Fauntleroy jacket with the little fringes on it. And you know what I'm saying? When you go out, niggas take your shit, like the old 8-ball bag. Now you want to go in and cry to mommy. You know what I mean? Because the world is rough out here. You know what I mean? That's like the knowledge. You know what I'm saying? You can get, nigga, hey, these motherfuckers be on the social media and all that, and they learn a whole bunch of shit. This is Pandora's box. You know what I mean? My granny said it. She died when she was 93. You know what I'm saying? She said it be in the fucking 70s. But I'll tell you this. What motherfuckers cannot duplicate is reality. When you wake up, you pile out your eyelids and all that shit. Hey, and just going on, this is just gonna bring the topic home that we was talking about, just the real, is this about the black people? Yeah, see, it was always satisfied and dissatisfied. See, the niggas who trying to take over is them Yakub ass niggas right now. Hold up, I can't hear you, God. Hold on. 1 second. I can't hear you.
You can even go back to, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now, God.
Okay. Yeah, you can even go back to the Gospel of Enki and all them things like that. You had the agreeables and the disagreeables.
Yeah,
you know
man. But see, but you gotta understand though, what you eat don't make me shit, and everything you like, I don't like. And that's cool though. But we gotta come
so what's really a disagreeable? You know what I mean?
Right. But see, the motherfuckers that don't want to come to the balance. See, that's a disagreeable.
Ah, thank you. I liked it how you broke that down.
I'm just saying, because all right.
A motherfucker that don't respect the balance of agreeing and disagreeing.
Hey, you like peas, God? You like peas?
Nah.
I don't like peas either, right? But some people like peas.
Yeah, my daughter do. My daughter loves them.
Now check this out. In heaven, right? We're gonna go to the Christians. In heaven, is there peas for those that like them and no peas for those that don't like them? Or is there peas and you just choose if you want to eat peas or not?
Right.
You know,
right.
Motherfuckers' decision, motherfuckers' likes and dislikes ain't the end all be all. That's what I'm coming to see. Like niggas act like they energy is the motherfucking shit that you know what I'm saying? Like they do. They the all.
That's right.
And I'm like, yo, son, you just a mere spark. Nigga, you ain't even a Cogswell cog in the Jetson industry, nigga. You in this place is rocking. What the fuck is you talking about? Right. You know? This shit take dedication. Hey, I'm talking about just life itself to you, nigga. If you want to be the best you can be, you can get all these weirdo blessings, but what you gonna do with it? What you have to do to get it? And that's what back to what we were saying. Is this predestined for us? Yeah. See that jealousy? Not to see a motherfucker want to have something that. See, I love to see a motherfucker. It made me inspired to get that if I want that. But see, I don't want everything everybody else wants.
That's right.
And that goes back to a sorry set. He wanted what he had, but he couldn't get it. He could got it on his level.
Right.
But he wanted to take what this man had because he was jealous. He was standing on that. He was standing on the negative square.
Yeah, because they say that in the science, they say that Set was one of the oldest gods. So obviously, at some point, he didn't like the role he was playing as that god.
Hey, he didn't have they niggas wasn't all on his dick. That's what it was. It's just like these niggas now.
Right.
It went all, you know what I'm saying? Oh, you think you my brother better? And oh man, you know, that shit right there.
Right.
You see it every day. Motherfucker, you know, motherfucker have a little brother that be that nigga, and they the older brother, they a bum, but you a fucking bum because you a fucking bum, nigga.
Right.
And you got a brother that can put you in.
The crazy part is it's like, yo, you're the father of Anubis. You know, what are you really looking at as being negative? You know what I mean? I mean, Heru didn't even come into existence till after.
See, and what motherfuckers don't understand is mathematics. Two negatives can make a positive. You know what I'm saying? All these things, when you got your formula, shit, is true. You know what I'm saying? Because two negatives can come together and come to a positive agreement. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
But at the same time, everybody want to be. I'm gonna share a secret with you, God. I broke the secret of the cipher. Me and a couple, you know, piece of the God XL and piece to my nigga Kitwana Bailey. Yeah.
Right. Hmm? I hear you.
Okay. But yeah, you know, we broke the game. We broke the game wide open. And it's gonna be coming in some, you know, that's gonna be something for it's gonna be something for me, you and Chamu to talk about. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah, I sent him the link. I'm just waiting to hear from him, man. He told me he was at work, so we just waiting to find out. So, that's my point, man. That's my point. It's like throughout the ages of time, these stories of murder and us bringing harm upon our own brothers, man, has been from the beginning of the story since our story was written. Osiris was murdered by his own brother. King Tut was murdered by his own uncle. We can't necessarily try to blame this white man for everything we're doing out here today. He might have amplified the anger, but the anger always been there against ourselves. And that's one thing we got to recognize as people, that is something that's in us that we got to figure out.
But and then think about it like this too. That's something that's in the personal person. It ain't us as a people. That's always the personal person that wanna succumb to the fucking trickery. You feel me, God?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
See, everything, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, I ain't gonna lie, you know I'm on that ME shit. That, right. You know what I'm saying? But nigga, everything is a personal choice. Now, if you ain't deliberated that with yourself, like this could go all the way right or all the way wrong, and you still run into it on some for and then, you know, let's say it go all the way wrong. And then you get to making excuses about, man, well, they set me. Nah, nigga, you didn't scope the whole gigoid out. You know what I mean? That was your due diligence that you didn't do your due diligence. Because if you the mastermind and the master of your universe, you should know all 360-degree angles of what you're dealing with.
That's right. And you know what? I don't want to get off topic, but that brings me to another great point, man. You're killing it tonight. I told them what was going to happen tonight on iGod TV. I told you guys what was going to happen here.
Oh, man, hey, I ain't gonna lie, man. You know, every time I talk to you there, we go around the universe.
That's right. Now, as we talking about people being unaware who should be aware, people who supposedly had predestinations, you know, and knew about it, or did they know about it? I just want to ask you your thoughts on this, man. Now, in the Bible, you know, they tell us that Jesus, in the Bible, let's just keep it real, man. This iGod TV, so let's just keep it real, man.
Hey, you dancing?
They're telling you this. All right, look. So in the Bible, they telling us. In the Bible, they tell us. First of all, they tell us Jesus is God, right?
All right.
So look, I'm just saying. Yeah. We're not talking about us. We're not talking about us. We're saying on their doctrine. All right.
Okay.
So Jesus is God. Jesus is God. He is the creator, materialized in the flesh. All right.
Yep.
Now, his destiny was to come here, die for us, and pay for our sins so that we can live. Right.
Live in paradise until the devil came and he had to come back and do. So as God, he knew that he was going to come here and die and be resurrected. Right. This nigga was going to fuck it up. Yeah.
Okay, so tell me this. If he knew what was about to happen and he was God, tell me this. The night before it happened,
right,
he went into the wilderness and he meditated, correct?
Correct.
The night before Jesus was crucified, he went into the wilderness and he meditated, right? Right?
Come on. I know you going.
Okay, so tell me this. When Jesus was in the wilderness meditating, what did he say?
Now, you know, to me, all this is...
Okay, look, when he was in there meditating...
You're right.
When he was in there meditating, he said, if it is your will. Now, he talking to God, right?
Right.
But he's supposed to be God. So this God talking to God.
Right. As God talk to gods. As God is talking to gods right now.
Yeah. So this God talking to God, right?
Right.
So he says this. He says, if it is your will,
let it be
pass
done.
This cup from me.
Right.
So what's he saying? He said, if it is your will, Father, if it is your will, passeth this cup from me. What's he saying?
Take this burden off me.
He's saying, I don't want to do this.
Take this burden off me, man.
Right?
Right.
So if you are the Lord and Master Creator of worlds,
amen.
Why are you why are you backing out? Why are you backing out?
Hold on. See,
why are you backing out?
Hey, exactly what you said was this now. as it goes to, he said, Father, right? So boom, here's where we get into the tricknology. Okay, I love that you asked that question, man, because you know what I'm saying? I always wanted to answer a question like that because this was some bullshit that was taught to niggas and they never really got the science on it. You know what I'm saying? Excuse my language, you know what I mean? For dropping M-bombs for, you know, our non-melanated listeners. But anyway.
Right. It's all peace, it's all love. We ain't no disrespect at all.
No doubt.
We just breaking down the facts.
But with that being said, you know, first of all, that how you gonna be your own father and your son at the same time? Unless you
knows? You know, hey, that European do be doing some weird shit now. You know, uncles, your granddaddy will be your daddy too.
Hey, now see, but that's in the physical realm. But you know what? This cat ain't created himself in order to look up to himself. You know what I'm saying? He look up to father because a father is someone you look up to. You're the sire to the father, the sire of the father. Jesus was, you know, the creator's, let's just say, in that story, Jesus was that nigga. You know what I mean? Nigga, I'm gonna give you know, you're gonna do this, that, and the third. And he told us in James that we all gods. I'm God, you God, everybody gods. But we gonna die like men. Because we're in a three-dimensional fucking reality. You see, what we dealing with is alchemy that is not to be seen. See, these things, like thoughts, become things because we take a thought and then we bring it into a 3D reality. You know what I'm saying? So to really answer your question, what he was basically saying was, damn, man, you got me at time zero. He was that nigga was Bobby said that. Hey, that nigga was Malcolm X. He was everybody who was under the feds. He was under the gun of the whole Roman Empire.
Right.
But the coolest,
that's what I'm saying.
But the coolest nigga on 2 feet.
So if you are who you are and you're here for why you here, how come the night before it's happening, you're saying, I don't want to do this?
Hey, because guess
Half
what?
of this cup from me is telling me right then and there, hey, look, this ain't what I want. This ain't what I thought it was gonna be.
Now we gonna break now. I know this story been told a lot of times. It really, a nigga named Jesus didn't even exist. Because in his time, wasn't even no J's. So we're talking about Yahshua ben Yosef. And we dealing with Yahshua ben Yosef. I mean, shit, man, that's just like Job. How the fuck you think Job felt, or Abraham? These niggas had to go through some shit. You know what I mean? Just to, you know, get to where they were supposed to be.
Right.
In the annals of history. So shit, he said, as he said, pass this cup, he like, damn, nigga, whew, my cup runneth over, but god damn, this shit is spilling on my jeans. And it's about to put my jeans on the goddamn carpet. Not J-E,
right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know what I mean? So, damn, it's all right. I'm following the wheel. I'm a super genius. I know all the mystery systems. You know what I'm saying? Because there ain't no mystery. And shit, he was like, hey, bong, you know what I mean? But shit, that was the human part of the God coming out of him in a three-dimensional reality. Because if you really you know who you are and you know what you're here for. I mean, if you figure it out.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
So who we really talking about here, man? You know? I mean, they might have given him a little more divinity than he deserved. You know what I mean?
Hey man, they give everybody. I tell you like this: the cats from our hood, where we from, some cats got a little bit more divinity than they deserve because we liked them. They might have been scumbags.
That's a fact.
You know, but they was my nigga, and you can't say nothing about them.
Right. That's right.
Because you know they never did nothing to me. They might have did something to you, but shit, I ate at that man's house, that man grandmama house. And his grandma is lovely, and shit, we cried at this nigga funeral, type shit.
That's right. No, I feel the same way. I was telling somebody that the other day, man, that you know, we be around people that other people would look at like some of the worst people in the city, you know. But to us, we done slept on the couch together, slept on the floor together, left money around each other, you know, all that. It's just been love.
Man, you know what I'm saying, man. That's what I'm saying, you know. But it's just all the type of all the type of I'm gonna say the illusion that you don't break yourself out of. You know what I mean? Because once we like when we were saying earlier, who controls your brain? You've been controlled and programmed to do certain shit through it your whole life. But how many motherfuckers take control of their brain, excuse me, and just be like, what's good for me?
Right.
See, because religion ain't good for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Certain information takes that frequency.
Exactly.
And it was meant to do that.
Yep.
Other shit make you be like, well, what? Question it. That's that God energy. When you question it, and you like, well, shit, this don't make sense. And what don't make sense is probably wrong. I don't give a fuck how many times you tell me 3 plus 3 is 10. At some point, you got to prove it.
That's right.
Now, I can hear 1 plus 1 is 3. And that sounds like a little riddle. But 3 plus 3 is 10?
Yeah.
I mean.
Right.
I'm just saying. You know what I mean?
It ain't compute. Like Cameron said, computers computing. And
Come on. So if it don't add up, it's, and that's, how we treat the babies. The babies ain't nothing but young adults. So if you sit back and hit them with that dumb shit, they ain't gonna be ready for when the real shit hits.
Right, man. What I mean? And so I want to just say, man, I just want to make this point, man, of just saying how you feel about it. I want you to elaborate on it.
Thank you.
Do you feel like self-destruction is just part of the human nature? It has nothing necessarily to do with a certain people or a race. It's just a mentality inside the DNA of the human being, man. He just brings violence upon himself.
I would agree with that. And I agree with that because it's everybody. What Mobb Deep said, it's a war going on outside, no man is safe from. But the ultimate war is within yourself. See, the war within yourself could turn you into a motherfucker that ain't socially, you know what I'm saying, palatable.
Right.
You know what I mean? Now you the problem. You know what I'm saying? You saying niggas is the problem, but you the problem because you out here wilding out talking about, this is what I need. Nigga, it's more ways to skin a cat, God.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's right. But when they try to say, things like, nobody else does these type of things, but the African and things like that, of this nature. But if we look into the history of things, man, all the mafia did was kill the mafia.
Hey, and I can tell you like this. I ain't never seen a black person in history run up in the church and kill no people for no reason other than they didn't like them people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You got cats like your boy Dylan, whatever his name was. This dude ran in and killed 9 motherfuckers and got burgers, son. I'm just saying. See, when you said, and I love how you said amplified that frequency. You feel me? That's what they do.
Yeah,
now,
because you know what? Because you know what?
Sir.
I don't want to cut you off.
No.
They literally pay us for it now.
Yeah.
All these rappers, all these MCs, all these entertainers, they pay us to amplify the violence.
They say the illest shit. So you say, man, you said, hey man, Kool G Rap, you one of the illest niggas I know. But I ain't gonna lie. Your shit is like a movie to me.
Right.
Amplify that movie, nigga.
Right.
Fuck it. Say whatever you want to say.
Right. You know kill as many as you want.
And rape, kill, inside one song. Inside of 3 minutes, I need you to rape, kill, pillage, and just destroy. And just be that villain.
Right.
I mean, and then, you got other niggas. Like my man was talking today. My man, he our man, actually. This nigga said he never liked Chuck D.
What?
He was a white. I ain't gonna lie.
Shout
he
out
our
to
man.
Chuck D, Flavor Flav. Shout out to
and the y'all know me Godcast. You know what I'm saying? When I seen this gig.
Shout out to Lord Jamar too.
Chuck is a MC's MC.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If you ever watched it, Chuck really got on the mic because he heard whack niggas and they was fucking up his groove with the broads. So he said, let me get on. And that boy's voice is that of the thunder. You know what I'm saying? What make rain, hail, snow, and earthquakes type shit. Fact. He definitely throws shocker. See what I'm saying? So bang. So I was talking to one of our mutual homies. Well, he gonna remain nameless. I'm gonna tell you on the off camera, and you're gonna be like, oh yeah. But anyway, he was like, he never liked it. I was like, bro, niggas did when I first started listening to Public Enemy, niggas didn't like Public Enemy because they couldn't listen through what they was hearing.
Right.
They didn't hear what he was saying. Come on. That's why they, I mean, you know what? And the shameless plug to my Wu brothers, them niggas did shit. You know what I'm saying? I mean, come on, stop it,
beautiful
man.
Beautiful battle the other night. Raekwon and Ghostface, great battle.
Ooh, hey, all I can say is this. They couldn't have put no other person against each other and had that beautiful battle because they'd have murdered niggas.
It got real godly in there at the end. Yo, they started playing the old records. Then Ghostface got in his bag like, yo, go to the doctor, get yourself checked out. I'm like, yeah, that's the God speaking right there. Woo, that's the gods right there.
Hey man, when I say I love that shit. Hey, bro, I've been watching that shit like, hey, I missed it the first night because remember when you called me, right? I was working.
Right.
So I was watching glimpses and I wanted to get on the live with you, but I was watching glimpses, boo, boo, boo. And then the next day I was off. So I watched, you know what I'm saying? I watched like half and then I had to make a move. But then I ain't gonna lie, then I got a day off.
Yeah.
Hey, the first time I got the first 2 hours, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I ain't watch it all. You know what I'm saying? But man, come on, oh man.
Yeah, it was a beautiful battle. It was beautiful, man.
They could have. They ain't gonna be able to do it like that no more.
Nah, man.
I don't know who rocking, but they ain't rocking like that.
That's right.
That was the best battle they ever had, and of course the brothers provided that.
What they saying on 420? They doing Red versus Meth.
Hey, and we was me and the guy was talking about that earlier too. He said Red gonna wash Meth.
Wow.
I mean, but I can see
maybe he felt Redman was a lot more commercial.
I mean, no. See, Red was a star before the Wu even came out.
That's a fact. I love Redman. Don't get me wrong. I'm from the There's a Dark Side to everything Superman lover. I mean, Redman.
And that's what he was saying. That's what he was saying. He was
I still put Method Man in my top 5 lyricists of all time.
I mean, facts. But see,
shout out to how he just killed that shit with Conway the Machine, man. He went off on that joint.
Come on, man. Come on, man. Meth is timeless. Come on, the gods is timeless. We first of all, that's facts. Anyway, you can never. Hey, speaking of that, man, did you see how they remixed my favorite joint, That Impossible, where they just had? You see how when he did that, nigga?
Yeah, man.
Hey, man, I ain't gonna lie.
Hey, that was one of my favorite joints too. Back when the RZA was on there, third walking through Park Hill, Third Eyes Bright as a street lamp.
Woo! Hey, that's my favorite joint. That's my favorite Wu joint ever. That's my ringtone. Everything. That's my theme song, God. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
You know, I listen to that. Hey, that's every day. You can never defeat the God. I let niggas know it's impossible. That's how we rock. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck what you think, nigga. Hey, on my deathbed, that shit gonna come up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, nigga.
That's a fact. You know, and look, on another note, man, I want to go into a little something for our listeners that's a little deeper into the mysteries, man. You know, give them a little something, you know, a little food for thought, a little God degree. No doubt. Now we all know the story of Ptolemy, Serapis, you know. Okay. Now, do you know the story of Serapis?
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, man. You might have to educate me. I'm just saying. Okay, hold on. Give me 2 seconds. Because you know.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and talk to the people. I'm gonna go ahead and talk to the people while you get together.
Yeah. Go ahead.
So,
matter of fact, I'm gonna put you on this one.
There's a story of a man in history named Ptolemy I. You might call him Ptolemy, but the P is silent. It's Ptolemy I, and this is part of the invasion of the Greco-Romans into Africa. And at this time, when they were coming in, you know, they were taking over temples, shutting them down all over, you know, and basically shutting temples down, the belief system. This is they were in the works of shutting the whole belief system down, you know. And at this time, you know, the head man in charge for them, you know, they named him Ptolemy as he took charge, you know. And of course, in Africa and in Egypt, you know, we had the god kings, you know, and he wanted to be a god, you know, he wanted to go into the books of the gods, you know. So they gave him the name of Serapis. All right.
Okay.
So Serapis ruled over Egypt for a time. And he was put into the mysteries, indoctrinated into the mysteries. And that's how we got Mark Antony and Cleopatra coming in, taking the throne later on. You know,
okay.
And if we get a little longer into the story, you know, we get Constantine, you know, he goes back.
Oh, shit. Okay.
He's dealing with Serapis. See, Serapis was a general. He was one of the generals that was rolling with Constantine. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And he became the king. He became the king of Egypt at the time. You know, and they made him a god king. Well, long story short, this god king went back into Europe and started spreading this wisdom of the Egyptians. Now, if you notice, they say Jesus went to Egypt for 30 years before he returned to the Middle East. Now, we all know also, if you were a pharaoh, the term of a pharaoh was 30 years. And we have Serapis, sitting on the throne.
Okay.
For the 30 years.
Okay.
So if we look at the return of Jesus, this is the return of Serapis to his people after 30 years.
Okay.
See what I'm saying? Now, this is a Greco-Roman that was put into the sciences and made a king, made a pharaoh, right? And he gave the European the sciences, right? So my point of this whole thing, my whole point of saying this is the fact of how we always try to turn Jesus into being an African when maybe Jesus was a white man. This whole time.
Hey, bro.
A part of the invaders, a savior to the European, returning after 30 years.
I'm yelling Augie on that one.
To save his own people.
I'm yelling Augie. Hey, I'm yelling Augie on that one. Son.
Yeah.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. I put that in like 9 different perspectives. As you were saying, I'm like, that is,
Yeah. All my viewers in the mysteries right now, y'all think about that. Do the science on Serapis. The savior of the European. Now, 30 years in Egypt. Jesus spent 30 years in Egypt. The term of a pharaoh was 30 years. See what I'm saying? Was well taught in the mysteries.
I mean, he didn't come out till he was 33.
See what I'm saying? So who we really dealing with here? Are we really dealing with the savior of the Caucasian and trying to make him an African?
Damn. Okay, so now hold up. Now I ain't gonna lie. Now I'm on some 85 shit. You know what I'm saying? I gotta go back. You know what I'm saying? Because now you hit me with some data that now I just gotta go baby style. So okay, so if that's the case, so then why would they say that this man, you know, Yahshua ben Yosef or Jesus or whoever when they're calling, right? That he had the feet of brass and you know what I'm saying? He had the black features.
Yeah, because look at the native Mediterranean people of southern Italy, Greece. Look at them. Get you a Sicilian woman or a pure Italian woman, bro. That's that brown brass. That brass ain't black. That ain't onyx.
Yeah.
Brass is a lighter brown.
Talk that shit. Okay.
If we talking pigmentation, a lot of people try to say, "Oh, brass makes it black." No,
it makes it pigmented.
If that was the case, we would have said something like onyx or something of, you know.
True indeed. And I love how you put that reference. Yeah.
Look at the Mediterranean people. Look at the Persians.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. That's an angle I never even. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna have to meditate on that one.
Who we really talking about? Talking about is what I'm saying.
And I'll tell you like this, man. If that's the case, that changed the whole dynamic of who, what, when, where, and why motherfuckers is on what they on.
Yep.
And if motherfuckers knew that information and could absorb it and understand it, and could purge, you know.
Right.
And once again, we on to, are you going to satisfied or dissatisfied? The satisfied is going to purge the shit out their head that's making them dissatisfied.
That's
so they
right.
can be satisfied. The dissatisfied love to be dissatisfied. So they love it when some shit come that make them dissatisfied because now they living in their natural essence.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
And in the sciences, and if you look in the sciences, there was no story of this Savior return. We was doing the work ourselves. We was not waiting on nobody to do this.
That's right. Yeah.
So where would that even fit in our story at? Someone
That's
coming
true.
to save us. Where's that even fit in the African story when we are the builders?
Yeah, and I ain't gonna lie. And no text I've ever read that was from us, was there a savior per se?
No.
Coming.
No.
It was on some old, we have to conquer the devils that's out here.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's not, we ain't looking in no sky for no shit.
No.
You know what I mean?
Unification is what was gonna do it for us.
Bond, true indeed. That's facts.
You know, so
that's
my
facts.
point is, are we wasting a lot of time trying to prove that somebody is one of us who was never meant to be one of us from the beginning?
I ain't gonna lie, man. A likes B like and C alike. And that's more of an energy, you know what I'm saying, more than a physical attribute.
Right.
You know
now,
what I'm saying?
We're not talking about the Christ. We're not talking about the Christ energy. We talking about Jesus himself, or Yeshua ben Yosef, which actually translates for the people out there to Yeshua, son of Joseph.
Truth. And that's who that nigga was.
And that's another point I want to make, man, is even in their story, why do they keep the man Joseph in the background like that?
Oh, the Poppy?
Yeah, they try to make him like he was a slave and all this, but if that's the case, why was you able to take refuge in Egypt with Joseph if Joseph was a slave?
Right.
What type of refuge would Joseph have for you if he was in bondage?
True indeed. And they traveled. And motherfuckers came to greet him.
Yeah, but he in bondage. Come on, man. Come on, man. Joseph was a master, obviously, in the Kemetic arts.
I mean, he was allowed to move around.
Because how else was Jesus supposed to learn these trades?
Hey, so let me ask you this then.
Yeah.
With that being said, I mean, just getting into that real briefly. All right, so Joseph got this broad that's supposed to be pregnant already.
Right, Mari.
You know, yeah, you know what I'm saying? She's pregnant already, and she has Jesus. So really, we talking about some immaculate conception. I ain't gonna lie. Did he just grab, as a master of the arts, did he just grab her up and try to, you know, get her mind right to be an earth where she had the seed in her and give everybody the understanding? You know what I mean?
Right.
And that's really immaculate conception.
How many brothers have you ever came across that had a girlfriend that they met that was already pregnant?
Oh yeah. I met a few.
That might not have necessarily knew the father.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you know.
So what's the difference in the circumstance?
I'm just saying different times, same circumstance.
That's what I'm saying. So maybe you're right. Maybe you're right. Maybe this was a man who came across a woman who was impregnated by a man who wasn't around.
Right. And was like, yo.
Taught him in the wisdoms.
Hey, you don't know who I am. That's why 3 kings came to see this dude. And like, oh man, the cat you exalted. You know what I mean? I mean, the cat you know what I'm saying? He ain't even here yet. But that motherfucker must be the son of God, because I know you're going to teach him in the ways of such.
Yeah, to obviously eventually go back to his people and give them the mathematics.
Mm-hmm. You gotta excuse me for one quick second.
Oh, no problem, man. You know, I know we're going a lot of places tonight. We're touching a lot of bases, man. You know,
man, I love it, man.
When the gods come together, man. You know,
hey, man.
Y'all tuned in and y'all soaking this up because we like to ask the real questions and we like to talk about the real topics, you know, and that's just what we do. That's just the energy here, man, you know. And my point of all this really is, man, is, you know, to the people out there is watch who you give your energy to, man. You know, watch who you don't be so ready to just give your soul over to a doctrine. You know, Actually do your research. Actually tap in. You know, because the research is there. The research is there. The evidence is there. You know, they're the only ones without the evidence because they made up their story. That's why they don't have the evidence. We've always had the evidence.
Yeah. Hey, and one thing I'm gonna say, just to piggyback on that, if you the type of motherfucker, or excuse my language, see, I gotta tone it down. But if you're the type of person that is gonna look for something to complete the person that wake up into their reality, you looking for the wrong type of shit. See,
Right.
you know, hey, we all part of the one most high. It's like atoms in a cell. You know what I mean? It's like, you know what I mean? We are a part of everything that is. It's everything. Everything is just got their part. Everybody ain't gonna be their favorite whoever. But you could be somebody else's favorite some shit.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
You ain't, you know, and it might not bring no monetary wealth. But you know, I'll tell you like this: the vibrations of elation and depression, you know what I mean? Think about that.
Right.
When something real good happened to you, you feel you feel that ain't no amount of money that can replace that. When you had that baby or that the dude or the chick say yes, or you know what I mean, and you like, oh yeah, you get that job. And then on the other side, when you lose all that and you feel like on some new edition shit, is this the end? Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean? Yeah,
right.
You sing, now you crying in your bed and shit, thinking about when it was good just a week ago.
Right.
But you gotta understand, this is the shit that if you want to live 100 years, see, people don't live to live. They live to exist.
Right. Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, peace.
See, you know what I'm saying? Everything we saying, we can give niggas history and all that shit, and you can give motherfuckers the alchemy to turn shit, motherfucking shit into gold. But then they gonna want more. And what's after everything that you can possibly have? You got a means to live as long as you want to.
Right.
Or as long as you supposed to. You know what I mean? And
yeah, facts.
And if you can absorb all the information that you get in that and still be able to, let's see, how could I put it? Still be able to rationally only give your opinion when it's asked to you.
Right.
And not judge and just absorb like, well, that's how that sector goes. That's that. But I feel like this. You know what I'm saying? And shit, you got, hey, like I tell you like this, the iGuard TV is one of them platforms I feel that A likes to be like a C like. We all gonna get on here and we gonna do, yeah, remember we always talk about the Great Space Coaster? You know what I'm saying? This is like a conduit to the Great Space Coaster, you know what I mean?
Facts.
And you know, we've been dealing with each other for years, God. You know what I mean? You showed me how to record. You know what I'm saying? Right there over the tracks.
Facts,
you know
facts.
I mean?
No, we do it. Right.
Well, I'm just saying. I'm just taking that back just to say.
No doubt.
You know,
we've always been building on our own. We always build everything on our own from ground up. That's a fact.
You know, and with that being said, you know, the A likes to be like a C like. We still got the, you know, maintain the same relationship that we had back then, and we never had a conflict.
That's right.
Because because we are agreeables. And you know what I'm saying? See, if I would want to disagree with you, it's either got a fact that you don't want to hear, or you don't want to be wrong.
Right.
Because if you told me like, oh no, God, that's erroneous. That's whoop, wop. I'm gonna be like, oh shit. Let me look it up. Damn, son, you was nigga. Now I can't never be wrong about that again. Instead a motherfucker put their pride and their ego on their sleeve, like, oh man, you trying to, I couldn't be, bro, nigga, you ain't a word. Remember that shit? When they say ain't
yeah,
I'm just saying, you know, you can speak better than that. You can speak, you know, differently. Just say something else. They ain't gonna take that. You know what I mean? Instead of getting mad, take that as, you know, as a jewel, as a motherfucker, you putting a battery in your back so you can argue. instead of being on some Augie. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? How you want your charge? How you want an Augie or you want an Augie? You know what I mean? Where your charge at? And that's the whole shit, man. And which goes back to the topic of our whole joint. Is this predestined? Hey, life is a choice. It's easy to be negative because everybody was negative. You know what I'm saying? It's easy to get pity parties and, oh man, I know they did this to me. But it's hard to be like, yeah, fuck that. Yeah, I knew that nigga was gonna do that. But hey, it ain't kill us. And we can just formulate some shit, whoop the wop, beep wop. You know what I'm saying? And
that's right.
It's hard to be positive. It's hard to be positive.
Right. Like we said in the beginning, on today's Mathematics was build, you know what I mean? And you gotta, if you're gonna build, be prepared to destroy, man. You know what I mean?
That's right.
Destroy, be prepared to build. You know what I mean? And that's what we're doing on here at iGod TV. I hope y'all enjoyed the festivities tonight. I know I did. You know, always chilling with the God. It's always a pleasure, man. You know what I mean? And
hey, what up, iGod TV? I love y'all. I love y'all.
Facts,
Dr.
man.
Augie, you know what I'm saying? Alaric Uno, Jay Smooth, you know, hey, y'all niggas can catch me on motherfucking, what is it? Shit, Alaric Uno on Facebook. Shit.
You on Instagram? You got Instagram?
Yeah, Alaric Uno, I think it's 777 or some shit like that. It's definitely Alaric Uno.
Make sure y'all check the God out, man. Follow the God, man. See what's going on, man. He definitely gonna be breaking y'all off with some jewels, man, and letting you know what's going on, man. You know. Well, I want to thank everybody for being in the building tonight, man. You know what I mean? iGod TV, peace to the Galactical family. You know what I mean? And like I said,
hey, one more thing though, God.
Yes, sir.
Hey, man, thanks for inviting me on the gig, man. Every time I step on the spaceship, God, it's always a pleasure and an honor. You know what I'm saying? Because cats don't, I'm just saying, that's how I felt. I'm gonna tell you every time. I love y'all, and from the digital family and universal family. Peace from the ME. Augie.
Peace.